channel. My name is Phindi. I'm actually Phindile Hlophe. I'm originally from South Africa, but currently living in Poland, and Poland is in Europe. So guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are a new subscriber, welcome my darling, welcome sweetheart, and make sure that you don't leave this channel without subscribing for more content. And if you are a returning subscriber, darling, sweetheart, thank you so much for coming back, and thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your loyalty. So thank you so much for your loyalty. I really appreciate you. And guys, so far I have 50 something subscribers, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it, but we need to grow. So please tell your friends, please tell your family, and please tell everybody about this channel so that we can grow. Guys, as you could have seen by the title of this video, today I think I have the most interesting video. I think for me it's very interesting, and I think it will be interesting for you guys also. I hope it will be. So stay tuned and keep on watching. And while I do this video, I'll be sipping my I'll be having a glass of wine, maybe two, maybe three, or maybe a bottle. Don't tell anyone, don't tell my parents. So guys, today, like I told you, I'll be making a very interesting video, and on this video I'll be talking about things that shocked me about Poland, or things that shocked me when I came to Poland. Like I said, Poland is a very beautiful country. It's a very nice country, very nice people, but there are things that I think for me when I came here, they were like, Johnny, how did this happen? Like, what is this? Why are they doing this? So these are things that I think people who are not living in Poland, people who will come to Poland one day, these are things that they should know and they should be familiar with. These can be bad or can be good for you, but for me, most of the things, they are very funny and they are very interesting. So guys, keep on watching as I'm about to tell you more. Okay, so guys, I actually have my little notebook here, and I have all my points of what I want to talk about, so that I don't forget, and so that it's not difficult for me to say these points, because I think these points are very important, because they are the main reason why we are doing this video. So we have to be accurate, so I don't want to forget. So this will bring me to point number one. Oh, okay, these are things that shocked me about Poland, or these are things that shocked me when I got to Poland, or when I got used to Poland. So point number one. This is point number one. This is to point number one. So point number one, I think a lot of Black people can relate to this, and I think most people are annoyed by this, or most people are amazed by this. So it depends how you take it, but for me it's definitely uncomfortable, and sometimes I don't mind, but sometimes it can get a little bit uncomfortable because some people do this a lot. So point number one, it will be the staring. Guys, as a Black person walking down the street, you'll be stared a lot. People will not look at you like, oh, she's a person and she looks different from us. Okay, it's fine. No, this is a staring. Like, let me say you're walking this direction and a person is coming to this direction. This person, if you pass them, they will even stop, and when you look back, they would actually turn and look the other direction. But you will definitely know that they are looking at you. So everywhere you go as a different person, or if you look not as a different person, but if you look different from them, they would actually look at you. So even if you don't want to be popular, you become popular in Poland. So this is actually what's I'm sorry, this is actually what's happening. As a black person, you'll be stared a lot. People will look a lot. So you need to make sure that you are confident enough to stand that, because if you are not, my darling, you'll be asking people, what are you looking at? So you have to actually be prepared for this if you are planning to come to this particular country. So this will actually bring me to point number 2. So point number 2, as a black person, you need to know that in Poland, there's a limited number of black people. So this is where point number 1 is coming from. So some people, they are not used to seeing a person who looks like you. They normally see this person on TV. They have never seen this person in real life. So to them, it's like oh my goodness, who is she? What is she doing in Poland? Why is she here? Like, probably in their minds, they have a lot of questions that they want to ask you, but they are not confident enough to come to you and ask you about who you are, what are you doing here, and why you black, probably. No, I'm just joking. So if you're coming to Poland, and if you live in a very small village like me, I live in a very small village, and I know for sure that in this particular village, I'm the only black person who lives here. These I know for sure, because I have confirmed with people who live around here or people who've been in this particular village. I know that I'm the only black person that lives here. So you can just imagine when I walk down the street what is happening. Abantu bala. This is what is happening. So I also work in a very small town. So you can imagine what is happening to me. Small village, small town. So everybody's like, you know, like the other day. But I think, you know what? I think they are not looking because they feel like, what are you doing here? I think most of them it's because they are curious. They probably want to approach you and say something, but they cannot say anything because it will be hard for them to communicate with you. The other day, I was actually, not the other day, actually yesterday, I was walking down the street and this woman actually came. It was an old woman, and she actually stopped and she said, wow, I'm looking at you because you have very nice hair. To her, it was surprising because probably she's never seen this kind of hair. So most of them, they are looking at you maybe because they are curious, or maybe because they've never seen somebody who looks like you. They've seen on TV, but they've never had an interaction, or they've never been so close to a person who looks like you. This will bring me definitely to point number 3. The language barrier and the difficulty in Polish language. Because Polish language is so complex. Like, it's very difficult. This language is extremely difficult. So if you go to Uncle Google and you ask Uncle Google, what are the most difficult languages in the world? Trust me, believe in me when I say Polish will be in the list. This language, guys, it's very hard. Your Polish language is difficult. For me to say hello, how are you, please sit down, please don't stand up, I love you, or I miss you, or oh, I like you in Polish, guys, this is an accomplishment. Like, it's your English accomplishment. Yeah, yona. Anyway, for me, this is a good thing because this language is very difficult. It's just difficult, guys. Polish language, it's very difficult. And to make the matter worse is that some Polish people, they don't speak English. So sometimes if you go to the doctor and you want to have an appointment with the doctor, you would go there and find out that the doctor doesn't speak English. If you go to any office, like the other day I went to the post office, me and this lady, I was speaking English, but this lady was speaking Polish, and this lady couldn't speak English. And so we were actually talking with a translator. I was using my phone to talk to her because I needed information on my parcel. So she had to help me. But the most amazing part, it was that she was very nice. She was extremely patient, and we were actually using my phone to translate to each other. And some people, they can't speak English, but they are just not comfortable enough to speak English, because remember, Poland, it's a non-English speaking country. So this country doesn't have English in their languages. They only have one language, I think, which is Polish. So to them, they don't speak English at all. They do have English like in school, but I don't think it's too deep to such an extent that they can actually speak, or they can actually have conversation in English. So for them, it's very uncomfortable to speak English. But the funny part is that when you ask somebody on the street, hello, do you, like for me, in my case, like if I say, oh, hello, I need your help, do you speak English? And the person will be like, and I'm like, oh, me too. My Polish is like, so we can communicate. Do you know where this street is? And I will ask them, well, do you know when this street is? And somebody will answer you in English, and you'll be like, but you said your English is like, but you can speak English. So some of them, they can speak English, but they are not comfortable in speaking English. So you need to ask them, can you speak English or not? But this is the most difficult part, because sometimes you want to talk to people, sometimes you want to communicate with people, but they cannot speak English. So it's very difficult. And for you as a foreigner to learn Polish, it will take time. Years, probably months, days. Definitely not days, but it will take a very long time. So for me to be learning Polish and to be saying some few things and to be understanding some few sentences and some few things in Polish, me, I'm proud. Be proud. I'm very proud of myself, because it's a very difficult language. So point number 4, it will be the weather. Polish weather will shock you. Polish weather will surprise you. It will surprise you. It will surprise you. It will be like, surprise, ta-dam, I'm here. I'm winter, I'm spring, I'm summer in one day, ta-dam. So the reason why I'm saying this, guys, I'm making a joke about it, but this is real life. First of all, Polish winter, it's winter. Because me, I'm from South Africa. I'm from Africa. Our winter, it's not winter. Our winter is like, oh, winter. And I only noticed this when I came to Poland, that, you know what, we complain about our winter, but it's nothing. It's nothing. During the day, we never hit a -4, a -5, a -6 in my country, to be honest. But in Poland, from the morning, it will be -3, and then during the day, -4, -5, darling. If you're lucky, you will get -6. Guyabanda. You know, when it's cold and your hands are freezing inside the gloves cannot help you. The socks cannot help you. The boots cannot help you. Nothing can help you. Lapo, the ears are freezing. Everything is just freezing. That's how cold winter is here. Your nose is red. Your mouth is a... It's cold. Polish winter, it's cold. Jokes aside, it's really, really cold. And another thing is that the summer, it's very short, and the winter, it's very like... Oh, actually, this is winter. Winter definitely lasts longer. And since I came to Poland, Polish people have been telling me that, oh, you are lucky because this past winters has not been cold that much. And I'm like, oh, what do you mean? It's not that cold? They say, oh, you know, in the past few years, we would get to minus 10 or minus, I think they said minus 20. I can't remember. I'm not sure. But I think they said that particular number. And I'm like, excuse me, what? What did you say? Minus what? That's how cold Polish weather is. And in summer, like right now, it's supposed to be summer. And look what I'm wearing. Long sleeve. Mkono mute. And this is supposed to be summer. But let me tell you something. You would wake up in the morning and the weather will say, oh, today will be sunny, it will be nice. Few hours later, the weather will be like, oh, it will be raining. And then later on, the wind will be like, so in one day, you will actually have 3 or 4 seasons in one day. So the weather is unpredictable and it's definitely much colder than what we are used to. But when it's summer or when it's hot, when one day it's hot, it's definitely extremely hot. But probably you would get this in one day a week. And then the whole week, the weather will be like changing from this side to another side. So let me not talk too much about the weather. I think you get an idea where I'm going with this. And then this now, it will bring me to number 5. I don't know how to explain number 5 because it's for me it was shocking. Maybe for the first few months when I was here, if this was coming from somebody that I'm living with, or if it was coming from a friend, or if it was coming from anybody who lives in the same house with me, it will be not surprising. But if it's coming from somebody from outside, somebody I don't know, or somebody I have never met before, or somebody that I'm working with, for me it's like, so point number 5, it will be the word smash-niggle and how it's used and when it is used. So the word smash-niggle, it means enjoy or bon appetit. This is the popular word that everybody knows. So this happens, like, this shocked me. Why? Sometimes we'll be sitting at work, like in the teacher's room, because I'm a teacher, and let me say I'm new or I've never been in the school for the longest time. So some of the teachers I don't know. One teacher will just come in, and a teacher that I've never met before, or that it's working on another department and I'm working on another department, and the teacher will come and say, oh, hello, smash nego, like enjoy. And I'm like, thank you, I guess. Because for me, it's shocking. You don't know me, but you're telling me to enjoy my food. I don't know. Maybe for other people, it was not shocking. But for me, it was definitely a shock. And I was really surprised by it, that somebody can just come. I was surprised in a good way, though. And because I'm like, oh, this person really cares about me enjoying my food. So maybe that's why they're saying enjoy. But for me, it was a shock. Please, if you are living in Poland and you know this word, and if it was a shock for you, please comment down below and tell me if you actually know this particular thing. You know, if you had the same feeling also, please let me know, okay? Because for me, it was definitely a shock, okay? And now, this will bring us to point number 6. Not bring us to point number 6. Now we'll move on to point number 6. So point number 6, it will be the fact, another thing that shocked me in Poland is that shops are not opened on Sunday. Why? Why? Tell me why. Why are shops not open on a Sunday? Why? Why? Um, hmm. This is a shock for me because on Saturday, I'm probably doing a lot of things and I'm planning to shop on Sunday. But shops in Poland are not opened on Sunday. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. I never got an answer to this. I don't know. Angas, namangas. So don't ask me namangas. I'm asking myself the same thing. Why are shops not open on Sunday? So this is point number 6. Shops in Poland on Sundays, they are not opened. There's only few shops that will be open. There's one shop and it's not like a big shop. It's like a small supermarket. It's like, I don't know. It's Paza. In my country, we call it Ispaza. Ispaza will be open on a Sunday. But shops like Biedronka, Spar, Kaufland, clothing shops, any particular shop, it will be closed on a Sunday. Not to say that it will be open from 8 until 1 p.m. No, it will be closed. On Sunday, no shop is closed. So if you need to do your shopping, you need to do your shopping on Saturday, and you need to make sure that on Saturday you have everything that you would need for Sunday. And if you need to buy something that you might need unexpectedly, then you definitely have to go to this particular spaza, which is called Jabka. It's not a spaza, it's a small supermarket. It's like this small, like it's very, very tiny. It's very small. So you would need to go to Jabka, and mostly Jabba. I said Jabba. And most definitely Jabka is a little bit expensive from other shops. I think it's expensive mainly because they know that we need them and we cannot survive without them on Sundays. So yeah, this is point number 6. Definitely shops are closed on Sundays. So if you go to a mall or any other particular place, especially clothing shops, you cannot go shop for clothes, or big supermarkets, you cannot go on shops on Sundays because they are definitely closed. Okay, and then point number 7, holidays. Guys, when I say there's too many holidays in Poland, you wouldn't believe. There's too many holidays in Poland. Why do we have too many holidays in Poland? I don't know. I feel like in Poland they celebrate every holiday. In Poland, there's a grandmother's day, grandfather's day, children's day, pets day, like dogs, fishes, like cats and everything. They have their day, and people, they celebrate this. You have, what is it? Dots day, like dots, like, you know, dots. You have dots day. What else? Oh, you have, you have birthday, of course, birthday, it's a birthday. And then you have name day. Name day. Like, let me say, if your name is Pindi, you have a specific date where you celebrate your name. And on all these days, it's not like people, they don't celebrate, they celebrate. Every holiday, it's celebrated in Poland. If you have grandmother's day, you have to buy your grandmother something. You have to spend the day with your grandmother. If you have grandfather's day, you have to definitely do the same thing, you know. If you have Children's Day, you definitely have to make sure that you buy your child something. And if you have Dog's Day, I think on this particular day, everybody has to wear like clothing with dots. It's not a mandate, but it's actually celebrated also. Like for me, if you're a teacher, when you go to school, you have to wear like things with dots. And if you have a pet, like let me say you have a dog or you have a cat, you definitely have to spoil your dog on this particular day because it's their day. And if you have a name day, like let me say if my name is Pindi, my friends, my family, and everybody who knows me, they have to wish me well and they have to buy me something for my name day. So there's a lot of holidays, like some of them I don't even know. And there's one particular holiday, Fed Thursday. How can I forget Fed Thursday? On Fed Thursday, this is the day where you eat as many donuts as you can. This is the most fun holiday ever. So on this particular day, like you eat as many donuts as you can. It doesn't matter whether you are on a diet or whether you are not on a diet. On this particular day, you have to eat as many donuts you can. Yeah. Who? I love this holiday because I can have as many donuts as I can. I love it. Okay, so this will bring me to point number 8. So this one, it will be celebrating Christmas. In Poland, Christmas, it's celebrated 3 days in a row, 23, 24, and 25. And when I say Christmas is celebrated on these 3 days, I don't mean that people will go to you and say, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. No. First day, they cook a feast. A family comes together and they are celebrating Christmas. Second day, another feast celebrating Christmas. On the last day, another feast celebrating Christmas. I'm not sure about the details, but I think on the first day they are opening presents, they are opening gifts, and mainly the kids, they are getting gifts on this particular day. I don't think only the kids, I think most people, they are getting gifts on this particular day. And I know between this, there's a fly. And I'm gonna squash it. Okay. Okay, and then I think between these 2 days, I think there's one day that you don't eat meat. You're not supposed to eat meat. You can only eat fish. I cannot remember. And on the last day, that's when you can eat meat, I think. Or on the second day, I cannot remember. But on these days, there are things that you do, there are things that you don't do. And I cannot remember the details. And guys, I had an experience with a Polish Christmas. It's amazing. They cook. That's the thing about Polish people. They would cook, and they would cook amazing dishes. They put so much effort in everything that they cook. They bake and they make different types of cakes, and they taste amazing. The food tastes amazing. So this will be our point number 8, which celebrating Christmas 3 days in a row. And not just going to anybody and say, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. No, putting an effort, putting an effort into this. So now this will bring me to point number 9. I think point number 9, it will be very serious for me because I'm from a country that is very dangerous. I think people who are from South Africa, they would know that we have the most beautiful country, but also the safety, especially for women and kids, is just not, it's not okay, So point number 9, for me, in my honest opinion, I think Poland is safe. It's extremely, extremely, extremely safe. Before I came to live in this particular, it's itchy. Before I came to live in this particular place, I was living in a very big city. I was living in Wrocław. So I remember there was a time when I used to work until 8:30 p.m. and then I will definitely take a tram and a bus, and I will definitely get home around 9:30. And between this, like from my house to the train station or from my house to the bus station, it was like 10 minutes walk. So I used to walk at night. Guys, believe me, I'll be talking on the phone, I'll be calling my family, and I'll be walking and listening to music. And sometimes I'll be like, oh, I forgot to buy something, so let me go to the shop before I go home. And this will be at night, and definitely nothing will happen to me. People will be walking at the street, people will be walking their dogs, people will be on their bikes if it's summer. So I'll be like, wow, not in my country. Hi, Bo. You know, in South Africa, when it's 7 p.m. at night, you know that you need to lock yourself inside the house. You need to lock the gates because anything can go down anytime, anywhere. That's the thing. It's very safe in Poland. You can be on your phone all the time. Nobody will come and grab your phone. Nobody will come and do anything to you. But, you know, Mzansi, you know, when the para comes, I think South African people will understand when I say ipara. You know, when somebody is about to rob you, just by the movement, they walk, the way they walk, the way they move, the way you know that it's about to go down. If you are holding your phone, you need to make sure that you put it here. If you have earrings, take everything off. You know, if you have a weave, take it out and run, because just by the movement, you would know that this one is about to rob me. So guys, in Poland, it's very safe. Especially for women and kids, I think it's the most safest place in my own opinion. Regarding the fact that I'm from a country that it's beautiful, but it's very, very, very dangerous when it comes to this kind of things. It's either somebody will grab your phone when you're walking down the street. You cannot be on the phone for a longer time because you need to be safe, and it's not safe for everyone. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, because the other day somebody was asking me, is South Africa safe for white people? I said, my darling, listen to me. South Africa is not safe for anyone, because, and this is because of the drugs. People are using a lot of drugs, and maybe people want to buy drugs and they are doing this. There's so many reasons why people are doing crime, so that's why it's not safe. And now we will go to our last point, which is point number 10. This is funny. What is it with you taking off the shoes? Like, point number 10 is taking off the shoes when you walk through the door. So in Poland, when you're visiting someone, make sure that when you come through the door, the first thing you do is taking off your shoes. I mean, what about my outfit? My outfit says I can go inside your house with my shoes. But in Poland, when you come to visit someone, the first thing that you do is taking off your shoes. I don't think anybody's forcing you, but everybody's just doing it. They have indoor shoes and outdoor shoes. So if you are coming in, you have to make sure that you have the socks that are looking good, or else you'll be walking around somebody's houses with the socks that have izimbobo, like the bobos. Like the bobos, sometimes I make myself laugh, you know. Like you'll be walking around with the socks that have the bobos, and you don't want that, you know. The bobos, in bobo, it means hole. So Guys, thank you so much for watching up to this far. Thank you so much for being patient with this video. I know it's the very longest video, but I think for some people it will be funny and very helpful. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you don't leave without liking, subscribing, and commenting down below. Thank you so much, and have a good day, good night. It doesn't matter what time you are watching, but thank you. Bye.